There's a quiet kind of pain, the kind where your voice feels small and your presence feels invisible. You try to speak, but he's somewhere else, half here, half gone, and you wonder, if I stopped reaching out, would he even notice? I didn't plan it. It wasn't some game. It was more like my soul just stopped pushing. I remember staring at my phone, fingers hovering over the keyboard, and then nothing. Not out of anger, not out of punishment, just silence. The first day felt heavy, like I was holding back the tide. I kept waiting for the ache to fade, but instead, it grew quieter inside me. And in that quiet, something strange happened. My mind started noticing all the little places I had been chasing him, not just with texts or calls, but with my energy, my constant checking, hoping, adjusting, and when I stopped, it was like he could feel it. By the second day, he sent a casual message, just a hey, something small, but I felt the ripple in it. By the third, he was asking what I was doing that weekend. By the fourth, he was calling me in the evening, his voice softer than I remembered. And I began to wonder, was it my absence? Or was it the space that silence gave him that made him turn toward me again? I think men feel energy the way we feel the weather. When you're always sunny, always warm, he doesn't notice the gift he's in, but when the light dims just a little, when there's a stillness in the air, he starts to look for the sun. It's not about punishing him. It's not about winning a game. It's about coming home to yourself and letting him notice the absence of your constant giving. Imagine a song that plays every day in the background. At first, it feels beautiful, but after a while, it fades into noise. Then one day, it's gone. The silence is strange. Your heart misses the melody, and suddenly, you realize how much it mattered. That's what my silence felt like. Not anger, not withdrawal, just the song pausing. Somewhere in that space, I remembered something I once read about a different kind of connection, not the loud, constant kind, but the one built on tiny, almost invisible moments that pull a man's heart closer without him even realizing why. It talked about how certain words, certain energies, slip past his guard and awaken something deeper inside him. When I thought about it, I realized my silence had done a part of that. It gave him a chance to feel me instead of just hearing me. And there's more to it, something I later stumbled on that explained why some men start chasing when the right kind of space is created. It felt less like a tactic and more like an invitation for him to find me again. We forget sometimes that love isn't held together by constant noise. It's the spaces between the notes that make the music. And when we stop pouring ourselves into someone who isn't looking, sometimes they finally turn their head and see us standing there. He began calling me more, not just to fill the silence, but because I think he missed what he had been blind to. And as for me, I learned something precious in those quiet days, that I am not here to chase. I am here to be found. If this touched something in you, stay close. You're not alone in this. And there's so much more waiting when you're ready. Thank you, friends.